Asia is our destination for the Ladies European Tour this week, as we welcome you to the tropical playground of Sanya in China. It's commonly referred to as the Hawaii of China, and it's easy to see why. Located on the southern tip of Hainan Island, Sanya boasts plenty of sun, sand and sea. The warm tropical climate makes it a popular spot for tourists and the perfect place for golf. And there's no better place for that than the Yalong Bay Golf Club, our home for the 2014 Sanya Ladies Open. The par 72 Robert Trent Jones design course is one of the most well-known in Asia and is set this week at 6,433 yards. The course has staged 13 professional tournaments since its inception in 2000, and this is the 5th time it's welcomed the Ladies European Tour for this event. The players have arrived here from all corners of the globe, 27 countries in fact. There's just something about Sanya that keeps them coming back for more.
We are very happy to have the tournament come back again, very happy to see all the girls from all over the world, 27 countries this year, coming together again to enjoy the challenging course and the beautiful weather in this weekend. We're really happy to see that again, because we know all the players love to come back. I think the reason is not only the course beautiful, but also the whole area. We got beautiful beaches, nice hotels, and very good weather. So they feel very relaxed. They not only play here in a tension and stressed competition, atmosphere, but also they feel very relaxed after the tournament.
It's a who's who of LET winners this week, with 6 of this year's champions in attendance. From England's Scottish Open champion Trish Johnson, and Ladies Italian Open champ Florentina Parker. Valentine Derry from France captured the Turkish Airlines Ladies Open title earlier in the year, while South African Connie Chen took out the Tenerife Open de España Femenino in September. Sweden's Camilla Lennart, the Slovak Open champion, has made the trip to Yalong Bay, along with a 2-time winner on tour this season, Scotland's Kylie Walker. Cassandra Kirkland knows what it takes to win at Yalong Bay. The Frenchwoman has done it before in 2012. Local knowledge could prove key, and there's a strong contingent of Chinese golfers here this year, led by last year's runner-up Yu Yang Zhang. But it was a 16-year-old Chinese amateur who almost stole the show on day one. Wang Jiyi carded a 4-under par round of 68 on Friday to grab a share of the early lead. But Wang was not alone. At one stage, a total of 9 players were tied at 4 under par. Babe Liu from Chinese Taipei assumed pole position with this birdie on the 6th to go 5 under. But a bogey at 8 saw her fall in line with the rest of the pack on -4. That pack included LET regulars Gladys Notera, the current LET number 4 from France, and 2013 Helsingborg Open champion Rebecca Artis from Australia. Denmark's Malene Jorgensen threatened to pull clear of the rest of the field, but couldn't convert a birdie opportunity on 18. And so it fell to a 24-year-old from Chinese Taipei to break the deadlock. Back-to-back birdies on 17 and 18 saw Su Qilin take a 2-shot lead right at the closing stages of the opening day. Lin bagged 9 birdies and 3 bogeys to move to a 6-under par, 66.
I was here the 4th year, so I'm not very afraid for the wind or something, because I know that you're gonna breathe in the air. So I think I know the course, and my caddy doing good also. He read the green for me really good, so I can putt better.
And this is how the leaderboard looked after day 1 of the Sanya Ladies Open, with Chinese Taipei's Su Qilin 2 shots ahead of a host of players on 4 under. Windy conditions making life difficult on day 2, especially for the afternoon groups. Melaine Jorgensen began her round well, but ultimately undid all her good early work. This was for bogey at the 6th. Overnight leader Lin might have extended her lead, but she just couldn't seal this birdie chance on the par 5 9th. It was another Lin, China's Sanya Lin, who handled the conditions best, holing 4 birdies on the first 9 holes. This on the 18th, her 9th, took her to 7 under on the leaderboard. And she went further in front with another birdie on the 4th. Nikki Campbell reeled one in on the par 5 16th, taking her to 5 under. While her playing partner, Charlie Hull, also got in on the act and would go on to finish at 6 under. Babe Liu, though, looked like the only player capable of catching Lin. After a great approach on 17, she nailed the subsequent birdie to move within 1 shot of the leader. But it was Lin who saved her best for last. This long birdie at the 9th, her final hole of the day, moved her to 9 under, 2 shots clear of the chasing pack.
I think this course kind of suits me because every year I can have a good finish. Even my game is not very good. And this year, actually, I played whole year in LPGA, and the last 2 LPGA events in China, I didn't do very well. And last week, I win the LPGA tournament, but I still thinking my game is not in the best shape, but I still have a very good score here, so I'm happy with that.
Here's confirmation of the leaderboard after the opening 2 rounds of play, and it's Sanya Lin in the box seat after that round of 67 on Saturday. Babe Liu trails the leader by 2, 1 shot ahead of 3 players on 6 under. We'll have final round highlights from the Sanya Ladies Open after the break. Welcome back to the 2014 Sanya Ladies Open, coming to you from beautiful Yalong Bay in Hainan Island, China. I'm Christy Simpson, and I'm joined now by my co-commentator, Kate Burton, for the 3rd and final day's play. Welcome, Kate.
Well, good to be with you, Christy.
We start with our overnight leader at the par 4 second, and it was not a good start for Sanya Lin.
Yes, this was for a par for the leader, but that is a drop shot early on in this final round. Blustery, windy conditions, and that drops her back to 8 under.
Well, her playing partner, Babe Liu from Chinese Taipei, had better luck at the second. In fact, Babe also birdied the 3rd to go top of the leaderboard.
And a terrific putt there from Babe Liu. Really got to grips with these greens. They are getting fast in these windy conditions.
And how about this brilliant approach from England's rising star, Charlie Hull. It set her up for a birdie at the 7th. She's a strong player, strong physical player.
She certainly is. Just plays all the time with uninhibited brilliance. Finds the ball, goes and hits it.
Yeah, most of the time it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Now, the par 4 was popular with pretty much everyone. Have a look at this approach from Hull's playing partner, Hui Zhixi.
Well, that's a super approach there for the young player from Chinese Taipei.
Now, Yuyang Jiang, the 23-year-old from Henan in China, also made birdie in that group to go to 8 under par.
Oh, and a super putt from long range from the 23-year-old. Finds herself in contention.
Yep, and overnight leader Sanya Lin recovered from her shaky start. This for the lead also at the 7th.
And a very important putt, dropped a couple of shots early on, but finding momentum now.
So she's at 9 under, but she would be joined there. This is at the 8th. This to share the lead. What a great putt that was from Yuyang Jiang. So 2 players on 9 under par. But, and this was exciting stuff, Lin responding with a birdie to move into the outright lead.
Tracking beautifully to the hole, oh, the fist pump indicating the significance of that putt. This is a very important time for Shi Yulin as we get into the pointy end of the golf tournament.
A short-lived lead there because Zhang's birdie here at the 9th, her 3rd in a row, saw her go equal at the top.
Well, they're holing birdies from all over the place.
Well, all very exciting stuff, and it's reflected in the leaderboard here because, well, 4 or 5 players in contention. The leader there, Lin at 10 under, a shot clear of Zhang, with plenty more players, well, trying to get into the business end of this tournament. Right, let's get into the action now from the back 9 with our co-leader Lin. This is her approach at the par 4 12th. Remember, she's tied at the top at 10 under par.
And she's played so well every time she's teed it up in this tournament. Played for the first time in 2010 as a 14-year-old amateur. Knows the course well.
Now, this is the penultimate match, the 503-yard par 5. That was supposed to be a birdie for Zhang, not to be. The co-leader, she stays at 10 under. Now, our first look at Nikki Campbell, the Australian.
Yeah, good to see Nikki Campbell playing on the Ladies European Tour. And looking to, oh, the ball thought about it, but it did drop in. And it moved her to 7 under par.
Okay, back to Lin at the 12th. This for birdie.
Super putt from Shi Yulin, 2 under today. We talked about that shaky start, but really finding momentum now on this back all-important 9.
And you can hear the wind there. Zhang, can she hold on to her par? Yes, she can. That's important. So she stays at 10 under par.
Now Nikki Campbell, a birdie chance on the 15th, a short par 3. Oh, goodness me, just didn't read it quite as well, didn't struck it with enough authority. He used to play on the Japanese tour for the last 10 years and now plying her trade on the European tour and having a fair amount of success, but she'll be irritated to let that one slip by.
Well, now, all eyes on this teenage Chinese player off the floor with a wood at the par 5. Has she got the legs?
Gonna need to fly. Oh, and it has. Yeah, she's a long player. Shi Yulin has been playing a fair bit on the ladies' tour in America. What a terrific shot from long range, Christy.
My goodness gracious. If you're going to do that, a good time to do it is on the final day. Let's see if she can convert to Beth Allen from the USA. Truly international field.
And Beth Allen, 33 years old, and oh, a super putt. Looking for her first win on the ladies' European tour. Well, she's clearly having a good time out there as well.
This is an important shot because Yu Yang was in trouble with her drive. This is her 3rd shot at the par 4 17th. Par 4 14th. Does not want to drop a shot, and it doesn't look like she's going to, although that is a challenging one. Come back to that. Okay, this is all really hotting up. Let's go to Babe Liu on the 13th. This is the par 5. Her tee shot found the water. She took a drop. So looking to try and get a par, or, well, that'll be a tap-in bogey, but that will drop her to 7 under par, which is now 4 shots behind the leader. And that leader is, of course, the teenager, the 18-year-old from China, Lin.
And after that terrific approach into the 13th hole, the par 5, here is Shi Yulin. Oh, look, putts like Inby Park, left hand low, takes the hands out of the equation. And a very woohoo confident strike. It thought about it, but it dropped into the bottom of the hole, and that is a superb eagle. Moves her to 13 under.
Reminds me of Lee Westwood, really hitting the back of the cup, only that was a much better putt than Lee has shown us in recent times. Now that gives her a large lead. The big question now, can she hold on to it? Back to Charlie Hull, one of the challengers.
Charlie Hull, who has played well this year on the Ladies European Tour, 8 under, won earlier at the Layla Merriam Cup, and knows how to win, a hugely successful amateur career.
This is a big putt for Yu Yang.
Oh, and that was a crucial, needed to stay within striking distance of Shi Yulin, and that's a very costly time to drop a shot.
Yeah, it goes to 9 under par if she holds this, which I'm sure she will. Devastating eagle there from Lin. So 3 under par today, but will it be enough after that drop shot? You can see the frustration on her face.
Now Nikki Campbell, this is the par 5, 16th hole, 565 yards, long hole today. and choosing to go with the flat stick from off the green, and very nearly a wise choice. They do say a bad putt is better than a bad chip.
Well, 157 yards now for Yu Yang to try and mount a comeback at the par 3. Low ball trajectory, and it just gets stuck. There aren't a whole load of fringes on these greens. You'd expect the ball to come through. It didn't there. Nikki Campbell for par to stay at 7 under.
And a good putt from Nikki Campbell. That does keep her at 7 under, but work to do. She's going to try and catch up with the leaders. And here is Yu Yang Zhang. Chance to move to double figures, putting from off the green.
Yes, so that's a challenge for her par. Always looking at 2 straight bogeys as we go to our leader. She can't do a thing wrong. Commentator's curse, perhaps. Second, you can see the wind coming from right to left. How she judged it? Well, I would say remarkably. She seems to be handling the pressure. She must be feeling very well.
Well, she's a proven winner on the China LPGA Tour, but certainly looking for her first win on the Ladies European Tour. Now, Charlie Hull. This is a birdie putt, and a great birdie putt from Charlie Hull, just 18 years old. I feel I've been talking about her for years, but remarkably talented golfer.
Zhang for par. No. So 2 bogeys on the bounce.
It's a beautiful golf course here at Yalong Bay, and Shi Yulin is certainly finding it that way. This is for yet another birdie. Oh, and beautiful putt from the player from Guangzhou, who's certainly finding her flat stick to be particularly hot on this final stretch of holes.
I'm going to go out there and take a risk and say she's feeling confident.
And I'm going to take a risk and be confident that you don't have a pair of leggings like Hui Ju Shi.
That is correct.
I wonder if you could putt as well as her as well. I doubt that too, but that was a very good putt from Hui Jushi as we now zero in on Nikki Campbell, 17th hole. This is her approach.
Still thinking about those leggings. I don't know whether there's one in the back of the wardrobe or not. That is another beautiful shot. These greens are receptive, but that's how you play a short iron in. Okay, our leader, tee shot at the short par 3. We saw another player come up short. And that's what's happened to Lin. They obviously don't want to go long, but that is putting bogey into play.
Now, Yu Yang Zhang lost in a playoff here last year to the eventual winner, Leanne Pace. Currently 8 under, her third into the 16th hole, the par 5, and that scuttles on through to the back of the green. So work to do for the 23-year-old.
Yeah, she's rattled. Charlie Hull coming off a birdie. So much power in that swing, Kate.
Yeah, she generates an awful lot of club head speed and a very no-nonsense approach to her golf. Very refreshing to watch. Now, Shi Yulin.
Big shot this, doesn't want to hand anything back to the field.
Oh, and it's a beautiful touch from around the greens for Shi Yulin. Took up golf at the age of 8. Her mother is good friends with Shan Shanfeng's father, so that's how it all began. Yu Yang Zhang.
Well,
Scuttled it through the back of the green with her third, so that will be a par putt for Yu Yang Zhang.
an uphill one. Now an amateur, Zhang, a Chinese amateur. Long putt this. Easy peasy. And that'll take her to 7 under par. A great day for an amateur to mix it with the professionals and be right up there, the top of that leaderboard.
Oh, Charlie Hull, who really has had a very successful year on the Ladies European Tour. Won early on, we said, in Morocco, and second in Germany, third in Turkey. And here she finds herself in contention again. She's going to have to stage a minor miracle to challenge Shi Yulin, but going about her business a very competent manner, as she always does.
Now Beth Allen. Well, that was just beautifully executed.
Beth Allen, a really colourful character on the Ladies European Tour. And talking of colour, well, her favourite colour is blue, but this is Shi Yulin in pink. This is a par putt to hold on to her sizable lead, and that keeps her at 14 under par and a round of 5 under today.
Well, this to avoid 3 bogeys in a row for Zhang. And I was about to say what a wonderfully red putt that was, but that consigns her to the other places, I'm afraid. It's all gone very wrong for her in the closing hour or two of this round. From 3 under in the round to 1 under, and there is her disgust as that ball goes deep into the pond.
Oh no. Well, we all know what a frustrating game it can be, but she did have a smile on her face in the end. And this is Beth Allen looking to tap in for par on 17. And that keeps her at 6 under par. 33 years old, Beth Allen, from San Diego in California.
Nikki Campbell from Australia. This to go to 8 under par. What a putt that was. Had a very good time at the 17th. So there's still a competition going on, but Lin is making it very hard for the rest of them. There she is, 5 strokes clear of our new second place Charlie Hull, and Nikki Campbell in 3rd. Zhang and Shi tied at 7 under. Welcome back, everyone. Christy Simpson with a much better golfer alongside me, Kate Burton, and we go to a better golfer than both of us. Babe Liu at the Sanya Ladies Open. This is the 16th, par 5.
Oh, Christy, you can really hear the breeze picking up, although the flag not fluttering that much. It is a difficult course for these players. Hard to zero in on a number of these flags. That's an outside birdie chance for Babe Liu from Chinese Taipei. Now let's join Jinling Zhang, who's the young amateur.
Has she done what I would call the top? Has she topped that through? Yes, she has, and it's gone through to the bunker. That's going to be a challenge for her par.
Always going to fly out from that rough, so a difficult shot from Jinling Zhang, who's the leading amateur competing this week, but the leader outright, Shi Yulin.
A frightening amount of loft in that club there. And, well, she hasn't made the contact she wanted. The first signs of anything going wrong inside those 2 ears.
Yes, we didn't think there were any chinks in the armour, but the minor just faltered a little bit then, but needs to get up and down to save her par. Meanwhile, we'll go back down the fairway on 17 and join Yuyan Zhang. This is her second, 396 yards. Coming in from the light rough, so might get a bit of a flyer from this lie.
Yeah, it looks like something like a 3 or a 4 wood in her hand. Presumably trying to come in from left to right. Chase, chase, chase. It's like a Scottish links course. It does. It comes up onto the green, and that is beautifully executed. But unfortunately, she's sitting now at 7 under par.
Playing alongside Yuyan Zhang is a Charlie Hull. This is her second into the 17th.
Yeah, as you'd expect, a shorter club, and she could get the ball to stop with it.
But Charlie Hull currently 9 under, and that is an outside chance of a birdie. We'll drop back down the fairway to Hui Ju Shi and her approach. 2-time winner on the Taiwan LPGA in 2013, so has entered the winner's circle before, but these players are going to need binoculars if they're going to keep the outright leader, Shi Yulin, in their sights.
Yeah, our first look at the 18th. Quite a long par 4, 410 yards. Nikki Campbell. And that didn't look like it was out of a bunker, looked fine.
Just coming up a fraction shy for the 4-time professional winner, the young amateur.
We know this is out of a bunker, yes. Well, that was beautiful to see. What a great result. Great composure.
Coming to the final closing stages of this tournament, this is Xiu Lin on the 16th. Well, left it short, so needs to get up and down to save par. Oh, well, nearly gets up and in. So it was a very good try from the 18-year-old. And that tap-in will be to keep herself at 14 under to maintain that sizable lead over her nearest challengers.
Great view of Beth Allen's shot here. It's target golf. Green's extremely receptive. Good shot, Beth.
Snaking birdie putt for Babe Liu. Oh, looked like she hit it just that little bit too hard, took the break out of it, and needs that for a par. So work to do before the player from Taoyuan City in Chinese Taipei, just 21 years old. Long hitter, very tall as well, 5'9". Turned pro a year ago. This is going to test her. So this will break a little bit from her right to left.
You can hear the wind. I don't think it's as loud away from the microphone in her ears.
Ouch. And irritated by a drop shot. Always players so frustrated, especially when it's on a par 5. And so she tumbles back down the leaderboard to 6 under.
Yeah, they're all playing for second, third and fourth places at the moment. Yu Yang, can she salvage something? Long-range birdie putt.
Nice touch.
Run out a little. Now the amateur, Jiang. What an up and down this would be. Yeah, smack in the centre, no fear. Great final round. Can't really read her thoughts behind those dark glasses.
The youngest Solheim Cup player in history, Charlie Hull, for yet another birdie, will move her to double digits up over the rise. Oh, I think she was a little bit mystified by that. Thought it was going to break a fraction more towards the hole. So that tap-in will keep her at 9 under.
Now Lynn, this a par putt to stay at 14 under, no problem at all. Played 12 tournaments on the LET last season, tied 6th. Her top finish, I think we're going to see something better than that. And there are these leggings. A stunning pair of tights they are. Is this a stunning putt to match? No, it's not.
So a birdie putt goes begging for Hui Jushi, and that will keep her at 8 under.
What a beautiful night, early evening to watch your golf.
Yeah, it's good to see the crowds come out. They host a number of world-class tournaments on Hainan Island. Nikki Campbell, just coming up shy, had to come uphill to the green and just struggled to get the pace then, but it's a number of good tournaments have been staged here over the last few weeks on both the men's and women's tour. Yu Yang Zhang for par.
I have to say the course looks in stunning condition. It's clearly a challenge for these players. In 3 rounds, only one of them's got under 10 under par. We know who she is. This is Beth Allen to finish. Everyone getting emotional about that. We've seen a few horseshoes. That's gone in and come out again for Beth.
She should be encouraged by her performance. Rounds of 74 and a sparkling 65 in the second round, and a final round of 71 to finish on 6 under.
Sure to clean up. Stays at 8 under par, vying for that second place.
Well, talking of second, Charlie Hull will be her challenger as well. This is for a par. She had 5 runner-up finishes in her first year on the Ladies European Tour in 2013. She's waiting for the wins. One did come earlier in the season.
She was great at the Solheim Cup. Really enjoyed watching her there.
Now Nikki Campbell. And a tap-in for Nikki. Rounds of 69, 70 and 69. So very competent performance by the Australian. 8 under.
Back to the 17th, 396 yards. Good look at that green. contact sounded very good. Slight pull by a couple of yards, but she'll be happy with that.
Oh my goodness me, left of sensational. And here is Shi Lin, who has not finished outside of the top 10 since the inception of this tournament in 2010. Ball slightly below her feet. Oh, but that's not a problem for her. My goodness me, she's arrowing in on the target on this back nine quite beautifully.
Are we looking at a player with a massive future? I'm talking about Lin, but perhaps Zhang as well. Yeah, there's a lot of speed through the ball there. And just stays on the green, meanders back onto the playing surface.
Well, Christy, I certainly think you're right. The Far Eastern grip on women's golf is getting stronger and stronger. So many good dominant players. One looking to challenge them is Charlie Hull, second into 18.
As we watch Charlie, how great it was to see Christina Kim winning after such a difficult period in her life. What a comeback that is recently on the LPGA Tour. Zhang Jianlin for birdie. Let's just say she gave that a chance. Difficult one coming back.
As we now come to the closing stages of this tournament, here's Yuyan Zhang playing her approach into 18. It's 410 yards. So a fair amount of club required to get close, and we've seen a number of players come up shy. Nikki Campbell just a few moments ago, and Yuyan Zhang just then.
Babe Liu at the 17th. Should come a little bit in from the right. And not enough. Not enough. She's missed to the right, and she will hopefully make her par. Sure. On the 18th, her second shot. She's eyeing it up. She likes it, and why not? 10 feet or so from the hole.
On the 17th hole, Shi Lin for yet another birdie to extend her lead at the top. Oh, it's a confident wrap from the young Chinese player.
Asian Games silver medalist in 2010. She qualified for the 2011 Women's Open, so US Women's Open. So some pedigree there. Yeah, nice chip there from Yu Yang, who really was challenging for the lead earlier on. Have to settle for the minor places now. Babe Liu for her par at 17. Yeah, right in the middle. Confident. Stays at 6 under.
Well, it's a super finishing hole, and here is Charlie Hull putting just on the fringe. It's going to be pretty quick from there, but not as quick as she had thought. So leaves that in the jaws of the hole. But it's a very solid tournament for Charlie Hull from England. She'll tap that in and will finish on 9 under par for rounds of 70, 68 and 69. And really finds herself on the upper reaches of the ISPS Hander Ladies Order of Merit as well, behind Suzanne Pedersen and Shan Feng.
Can Zhang finish it off? Yes, well done. Seen some good putting over the last 2 holes from this amateur.
Hui Jushi, this is a birdie chance on the 18th. Your horseshoed out. It certainly gave it a fair amount of consideration, but that is not to be for Hui Jushi, and she finishes on 8 under par for her tournament campaign with rounds of 71, 68 and 69.
As we go back to Lin, just to clean up for her par, the leader by a lot. Started playing golf in 2004, so that would put her at 8 years of age. Credits her mother, a former professional footballer, and as you heard Kate say, Shan Feng, for giving her a start. She also lives in Guangzhou. Not a bad influence to have when you're very young.
Yuyan Zhang, her compatriot, also looking to finish strong, and she does. And rounds of 70, 68 and 71 for the young player from China.
Yes, a smile now, but she'll be thinking of what could have been. She was in second place for a while, challenging for the lead, which is now, of course, held by Shi Lin on 14 under par, 5 shots clear of Charlie Hull. We'll be back after the break. You're back at the business end of the Sanya Ladies Open, where China's Shi Lin is on the verge of her maiden LET win. And it comes almost exactly 3 years after her professional debut on this same course, aged 14. And would you believe she finished 5th at the 2011 Sanya Ladies Open, so such precocious talent.
Never finished outside the top 10, brimful of confidence, and she striped that drive straight down the middle. It's rather well protected by bunkers, the tee shot on 18, so a very confident strike from the 18-year-old who's also playing a lot on the LPGA this year. Rookie, and one of the longest players as well. She's sneaky long, Shi Lin, which is certainly standing her in good stead around this course.
Not to be for Babe Liu, playing alongside her. That's a lovely smooth swing. Yes, I don't think you can underestimate familiarity with a golf course, as Babe Liu just pulls that to the left. If you know a golf course, you're usually going to play well on a golf course.
Rather tricky up and down required for Babe Liu on the 18th, and she realises that.
Now the third player in a bunker again, Zhang, and this is what commentators like to call the most difficult shot in golf, the long bunker shot. No doubt she'll put it just next to the pin. You just need to get the contact perfect.
Oh, that was very nearly an excellent shot, right on line. Had to keep the body still, swing with the arms. And a good turnout to come to see the final round action.
Yeah, they've come to watch Lin. The first time that a Chinese player will win if she finishes this, which I'm sure she will. It'll be a cataclysmic collapse. Just a short iron into the 18th green. Good chance to look at a swing, Kate.
And a long player, so generates a great deal of speed with her club head. Just a little punch. Needs to get it up there. It is a slightly uphill green. Oh, what a super shot.
Grandstand finish for the lady that finished 4th at the 2012 Sanya Ladies Open. Now let's have a look at the trophy for that tournament. The winners list includes Frances Bondad, Cassandra Kirkland, and 2-time champion Leanne Pace. And you can engrave this young lady's name in a second, Shi Lin. They're waiting in anticipation as we wait for Babe Liu to play what Kate described as a difficult chip. I'd agree with her.
Needs to come up over the rise, and then the green will run away from her. So got to get the pace just right.
Well, you can see what she was trying to do. It's just run away from her a little bit there.
And that's an important part for Babe Liu. Wants to finish strong on the leaderboard, currently 6 under. I know there's a number of players, it's a congested leaderboard, all playing for second place, but work to do for Babe Liu.
Yes, it'd be a shame for any of these players to finish with a bogey, as we look at the amateur Zhang, taking her time, giving this shot respect. She'll want to hold this. Well, wasn't that well executed? You can see exactly what she was trying to do. Get it on the green, let it run. Should be a par. That's a lovely smile for a great finish. But this would really be disappointment for Liu.
So an uphill par putt required to hold on to 6 under. As soon as she'd hit it, wasn't quite the right line. So it is going to be a drop shot for Babe Liu on the 18th. And she will finish on 5 under. Super start, 68 and 69, but frustrating in the final round for Liu. A 2 over par round of 74.
This young lady has impressed everyone. I'm sure it won't be long before she turns professional. To stay at 7 under par. And a very respectable top 5 finish. A 70, a 68 and a 71 for 7 under par. The glasses still don't come off. Now Lin, she's coming off victory. Her 4th professional win on the CLPGA Tour, but this would be the biggest victory of her career on the Ladies European Tour. Well, slightly anticlimactic for this wonderful teenage player. She was expecting that to go in, so was everyone else. So just one more shot to add to her day's play.
Will be a straightforward uphill par putt for Shi Lin. And I really have been incredibly impressed by her play. She is just 18 years old. We're also talking about Charlie Hull, who's 18 years old, who will finish 2nd. But a very level head on her shoulders, goes about her business very quietly, confidently. And I think we're going to be hearing a great deal from Shi Lin. And here is her par putt, also for victory.
So congratulations to Shi Lin, a 68, a 67 and a 67, a 5-shot victory. Not a bad margin for your first big win of your career. Some liquid refreshment there from her co-player, and congratulations from the caddies. That is just a moment she will remember for the rest of her life.
And certainly China's rising star, looking to follow in the footsteps of her compatriot Shan Fang, who plays so well on the LPGA Tour and also on the Ladies European Tour. But a terrific win. Congratulations to Shi Lin.
Oh, finally. Thank you.
Finally, is she talking about the long day's play, or is she talking about the first really big win of a burgeoning young career? There it is, 68, 67, 67, 5 shots clear of Charlie Hull, who at one stage thought she would have had a chance, but it wasn't to be. Nikki Campbell sharing 3rd is Xie, a couple of South Africans there, tied for 8th. Babe Liu, who faded with a 74 to finish in that tie at 5 under par. But there's only one lady that we're really talking about. Let's go to the prize presentation. And they really know how to put on a show here at Yalong Bay. Here comes the champion down the fairway, almost like a military parade, certainly military precision with that Chinese flag there, as she celebrates with the crowd. Are we looking at the next great product to come out of China? Lin Shiyu, a welcome check and a welcome first victory on the Ladies European Tour.
It's my dream, because after first year, when I was still amateur and I have a good finish here, then I know this course suits me and I know I can play well here. And last couple of years, I'm still doing pretty good, but always missed by a little bit. And this year, I played on LPGA for a whole year, and I think I improved a lot. So I'm pretty confident when I come in here, especially after the win last week.
Congratulations, Shi Lin. She doesn't quite appear on that top 10 of the ISPS Hander money list, Kate.
No, that is being led by Suzanne Pedersen from Norway with just over 315,000 euros. But Charlie Hull, a very fine performance here this week on Hainan Island, has moved up to 2nd outright over Shan Fang. And then we have a collection of players all trying to get into the top 20 on the ISPS Hander money list. A lot of money to play for on the European Tour. We're now at the pointy end. There's 23 events on tours. We are coming to the closing stages of the 2014 season.
Now the Rookie of the Year award looks like it'll go to Wales's Amy Bolden.
It's going to be a close contest though. Sally Watson also looking to mount a charge, and Nicole Brosch Larsen from Denmark. And now we'll look at the Rolex World Rankings, and the most dominant player in the world, Inbee Park. Well, you could argue it's Stacey Lewis. They've both won on the LPGA this year, as well as Lydia Ko in 3rd place.
Well, what a wonderful week it's been here in Sanya, though, for 18-year-old Shi Lin, claiming her first win on the Ladies European Tour. I'm Christy Simpson. My thanks to co-commentator Kate Burton. We're staying in China for our next event, the Xiamen International Ladies Open, and you can keep up to date with those scores and all the news at ladieseuropeantour.com. But for now, we will see you next time. Goodbye.